I want to thank everybody for being here today. We're here to get sort of the kickoff, if you will, for the citywide cleanup. Reverend Reddy, you want to come on up and have a seat? We do appreciate everybody being here. As you know, each year we get together to work with the community to be able to continue to clean up Anderson and make it a better place to live. We do that also at a time when we honor Reverend J.T. Menifee, who 33 years ago spearheaded the idea of having an annual cleanup in the community. And it spread throughout all corners of Anderson. And we've done a great job over the last several years in making Anderson a better place to live. And I want to thank all of the folks with the committee that has worked so hard to make this a reality. They've done a great job. The Anderson Citywide Cleanup Committee is made up primarily of department heads and department workers and city employees, many of which are here today. And I want to thank all of you for all of your efforts that you do on behalf of the city as well, not just in this event, but throughout day in and day out. It's so much appreciated. This year, in a few moments, I'm going to have Samantha Pankow, our Public Information Officer, come up, and she's going to explain a little bit more detail about what we're going to be doing this year. As you all know, this will be on May 12th, 2018. It's going to be from 8 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And there will be minimal charges for certain items, but for the most part, there will be no charges. And so we'll be talking a little bit about where the meeting place will be for anyone who wants to volunteer. We're hopeful that citizens will come out. Obviously, this just cannot be a city effort, but it needs to be done with community support. And in the past, we've had that. I have no doubt that we will again this year. I'm hopeful that our weather will be better and start to have a little bit of summertime maybe in the near future. And this costs the city, as Sammy's going to talk a little bit here in a little bit about, between $8,500 and $10,000 a year is what we have earmarked for the effort. But it really does make a real difference. So last year we took in numerous dumpsters of tires, for example, and just cleaned up our alleyways and cleaned up our neighborhoods. So what we're asking for everyone to do is organize within your own neighborhoods and work together to help clean up the community and make it a better place to be. So with all that said, at this time, I'd like to go ahead and bring up Samantha Pankow. Samantha, again, is our Public Information Officer. She is part of the committee. And then when she's done, we're going to have Reverend Wayne Redding speak on behalf of the commission. Samantha?
Hello, everyone. Like he said, my name is Samantha Pankow. I'm the Public Information Officer and also co-chair with Darla for this event. We are very excited about this year's Anderson Citywide Cleanup honoring Reverend J.T. Menifee. First of all, I want to start by, of course, thanking the mayor. He has taken the vision of what J.T. Menifee has wanted to do with this cleanup 33 years ago and allowed us to keep going with this. I'd also like to thank my committee. Thank you for the ones that stayed after the meeting to be here. They do a lot for this event too. The Board of Works, I'd like to thank them as well. The MLK Commission and Baseway Disposal. Just some basics about the event. The event will take place on May 12th and it'll be from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. like Mayor said. Volunteers will meet at Madison and 15th Street. That'll be at 8 a.m. And when you get there, if you're volunteering, we'll have gloves, trash bags, safety vests, and lunch will be served at noon at 15th and Madison. Unless you are a volunteer that's stationed somewhere, then lunch will be sent out to you so you don't have to move. Also, I would like to invite anyone that wants to come volunteer. It's something that you can do where you actually see the result of what you've done. Last year, we did 85 dumpsters and we did 291 tons of material. That's a really big impact on your city and you could be a part of that and as a community member, see what you've done. We also have a service called Heavy Item Pickup. And what you do for that is the street department will come and take your heavy items from, your curb, but you need to make sure that you call the street department. And that number is 765-648-6445. The deadline to get on that list is May 11th, 2018 at 2:00 p.m. And if you're not able to call by that time, then we can't add you to the list because we need to make sure that we have that all organized to make this a success and make sure it doesn't fall apart. So we're very excited to offer that service. We also, along with that service, we don't pick up TVs, paint, and tires. And the reason for that is because you can take those to Athletic Park, and those are for a fee. So the reason that we have that fee is because to offset the city's expenses for those specific items. Again, that's tires, paint, and TVs. The amounts for those is one paint can is $1. TVs 32 inches or below are $5. TVs over 32 inches is $10. Small single tires, $2. A set of 4 small tires is $5, and all large tires are $5. And that's on the flyer, so no one has to remember all those amounts. And if you could, I have a ton of flyers up there. If you could grab some, maybe put them up at your offices so that we get a lot of people knowing about this event. This is only for Anderson residents, so when people show up at Athletic Park, we are gonna need to see their ID. You also have to show your ID at Dewey and 8th Street. It's on the 2000 block of 8th Street, and we're using that for our compost site. So you can do yard waste, anything that's in your yard, and that does not have a fee, but you have to show your ID for both of those. We also, when we do collect these fees, we only accept cash. We have a target area this year. As many of you know, the past couple years we've done Belmont, and it looks a lot better than when we first started. We've really made a difference there, so we want to keep the target area going. We have a target area, and that's over here if you want to come take a look after we're all done. It's going to be from Columbus Avenue to Main Street and 19th Street to 29th Street. And the drop-off area will be at Columbus and 24th. That's the lot right next to the Dollar General that they're building. We have had 90 city workers last year come out and volunteer, and I want to thank them too. That shows that the city is really involved in this, and we really want to make sure that this is an event that keeps going, and we've really worked hard to make sure that we see a result. And so the 90 volunteers, great. Hopefully we can get more this year, so we need people to volunteer. I would like to now invite Reverend Wayne Redding from the MLK Commission to come up and say just a few words.
Thank you, and to Mayor Broderick and to Ms. Panko and to all of you, good morning. We're so excited to be a part of the 33rd year of celebrating a cleanup idea that was born through Reverend J.T. Menifee and the Martin Luther King Memorial Commission. 33 years ago now, under Mayor Thomas McMahon, we started this project, and it's good to see that we've gained momentum over the years, and it's been continued with the succession of other mayors. When Mayor Lawler was here, he saw the vision of what we were doing, and he initiated something called Play It Clean in Anderson, and he gave it a name, and then there were some of the local businesses that would adopt a city block and do cleanups throughout the month on their own. And I don't know if some of that's still going on, but that was part of the excitement. And part of the vision for what we initiated back in 1985 was that we would be able to bring people together from all areas of our community and we have a good time making our city better. And I think that's going on so well in all parts of our community. And I just want to invite all of the churches, all of the businesses, all of the community to come together. You know, we're going to start off down on 15th and Madison, but everybody's invited to come down, and then we can just kind of go on out to Belmont and all of the other areas and just have a good day of celebration as we make our city better, make it look cleaner, and build up the camaraderie and the fellowship that is so needed for any community, I think, to grow forward. I certainly want to thank Mayor Broderick for all of the efforts that he's initiated, and for all of you all, the department heads and all of those who work so diligently every year to be a part of this activity. And I know that the community appreciates the efforts because it helps all of our areas, all of our neighborhoods to be better. One of the things that I look at when we are in this activity is where there are areas that are unattended, and we bring those areas to the attention of the city, and they've done a good job in going out and trying to help us to make it better. There are some areas where we have senior citizens who are not able to cut their yards, some areas where people have abandoned their properties, and all of those things bring blight to the areas. But the mayor has been real diligent in working toward making all of that go away, and I'm excited about that, and I appreciate it. And it's just good to see all of you who are here today, and I hope that you all will take from this place the message that Anderson is progressing, and we're putting our shoulders together, and we're doing something that benefits our community. I heard some quotes about numbers that it costs for all of this to happen. Well, I think that that's a small cost to make our city better. And I think when we are looking to bring more businesses in, we're looking to bring more families in, I think one of the most important things is they're going to look at how the city appears to them, how clean it is, the blighted areas and all of that. Then they're going to look at other things like quality of life in Anderson and the quality of the education in the schools and all of those kinds of things. So I think that the initial impression that people get bears a lot into how they make their decisions. So I thank you, Mayor, for this time. I thank you for what you are doing. On behalf of the Martin Luther King Memorial Commission, our first president was Reverend J.T. Menifee. We all appreciate this, and we look forward to many more great days and successes in our efforts to make our city better. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Reverend Redding. As was mentioned a minute ago, the cleaning up, what we do on this annual basis, obviously is not just limited to that one day. We have a very good relationship with Best Way, of course, who's our trash hauler. And if you don't know, if you put a large item out at your house that can't be picked up in a dumpster, they will come back the next day and pick that up. If you put it out and you've sort of missed the trash timing between the day before, if you call them, they will come and pick it up. And this is all year round, so you don't have to wait for the whole year to hold your items before you dispose of them. Also, with regards to the Belmont area, because we have focused on that area in the last couple of years, there will be 2 dumpsters out there this year, so the neighborhood can get together with their group and work to dispose of their items as well. So we will have that for you. And as the Reverend said, it's very important that we work hard together to keep our community clean. The street department, John Ullman's here, and Brooke Parker and Chris Fisher, they work hard to make sure that we have a lot of yards mowed each year. We mowed over 1,200 last year. And of course, with our building commissioner, We are tearing down blighted homes, and this year alone, we've torn down 12 just this year. So we're very pleased with what we're doing. Again, working together with you, though, we can even do a better job. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you for your participation on the 12th of May. And I might ask anybody have any questions or anything you want to ask about before we close? Okay, there being none, again, I want to thank everybody very much for being here. Thank you.